So I joined Talerang in the year 2021. That was the second wave of COVID precisely. And I don't remember how I came across Talerang, but I think it was pure fluke and just browsing over the internet. And that seemed like a best fit with them writing that it's a guaranteed job placement or networking, which was one of the primary motivators for me to join and convince my parents to go about it. So that's how I started. Couple of sessions. So I think with the cohort that I had back then, I'm still connected with one or two of them via social media, of course. But Talerine has been useful for me today as well as with regards to networking. At the end of the day, if I'm looking for anything for that matter, for a connection in various fields, even if psychology is not primarily the field that I'm looking for connection in, Shweta ma'am has always been very welcoming about it. I randomly WhatsApp her like in a year or two later, and then she pings me up that this is what I'm looking for, and she connects me with the right person. So it goes really well for me. I think Talerang also focuses on networking more and less. So I have always utilized Talerang for networking. And this is what I would also want to convey to others is that it might or might not give you a job placement, but networking, it's at its best. Shweta ma'am has always somehow pulled the right network and she connects me with somebody and they connect me with somebody. And that is how I've always had opportunities. I've had internships, online, offline, both. I've connected to right set of people in psychology as well via this mutual connections of trail. And with regards to other things, I think Talerang helped me focus on the micro skills uh, from basic etiquettes, grooming, conversation, body posture, networking. How do you make a small talk and do that elevator pitch precisely? So those are the things that I think Talerang helped me a lot. And I think I have also tried doing mentorship, sort of mentor-mentee program, and I'm a mentor now with Talerang. And I've also tried to make an association with Talerang, which is working, where I'm the psychologist, as and when the students of Talerang program require help, they can reach out to me for counseling related services. And yeah, that's pretty much summing up my experience with Talerang.
That's fabulous, Cherish. So, Cherish, knowing that you are a psychology professional, we would like to know what sparked your interest in the field you are in now. And was it planned or something you discovered along the way? And also, if you could add, like, since you did Future CEO's program, how that program helped influence your mindset, confidence, or maybe the choices you made.
In terms of subject choice, psychology, I have always been interested in a bio student. I've been a bio student. I wanted to be a doctor. And then gradually, when I got myself into flame, things laid part for me. And then I landed up with psychology and I did masters as well in that. With regards to the Talerang Future CEO program, I think primarily it helped me with the confidence part of it. So being extrovert, being social, being um, body posture certain ways, and how do you go about making a conversation? How do you make your presence be felt in a room full of people? These are the certain micro skills that still help me out today. And I think being in a very collaborative space with psychology is, and it runs a lot on word of mouth kind of an industry. Such skill set has always touch wood worked out best for me. With regards to the subject, it we'll not call it a fluke. It was coming from a space of interest in bio and being closely related to human mind and human body. And back then, when I was doing my 11th and 12th and applied for the NEET examination, didn't qualify the same and was not as motivated to do a gap year. So I go about when going for the bachelor's program, and again a COVID period. So first two semesters, first two entire semesters were online, and that's when I was doing Talerang parallelly. So that also helped me. And I think I was the chapter president or the college president or something of that sort for Flame. And I helped a few of my peers also get into the program, and I've heard good reviews about that as well. So things have worked out that way really well.
Go with the next question. So, Cherish, for someone who's interested in entering your field, what
Mhm.
skills or quality do you feel are most important?
I think bachelors are pretty much relatively easy. It's like a touch upon the subject, and the subject has to do more with practice and not the education of it. The education just lays the foundation to probably for you to understand what's happening and put a label to it and comprehend it. But when it comes down to actually knowing the subject and maybe calling yourself a professional into it, the practice is the only thing that'll set you apart. In terms of skill set, I think patience is one of them because the career is a very slow trajectory in the start, and then it will shoot up because again, word of mouth kind of an industry. So resilience and patience, I think the two things that will help. And always being in connect with what's happening in terms of research of it, because up across with patterns, habits, um, more exploration of human mind, emotions, behavior, and somehow everybody is more inclined to know about themselves, getting more self-aware. That's something that's out there, which is happening a lot. And a lot of people are actually doing it via Instagram, via Twitter, via LinkedIn, all of these spaces. So I think being aware and knowing what your peers in this industry are doing, that will really help. And I think as and when you progress in the industry, you'll realize there are so many niches that you can hold on to. So when you go for kids, for demography of a kids, and then you realize that there are specific niches you can pick up on. You can pick up on a disorder, or you can pick up a solution of that disorder and then progress further. So there's so many spaces, there's so many conferences to attend, so many research papers to go about. So I think being aware, patience, and resilience would be the three things that I would like to sum up with.
So, Cherish, my next question is, what were the biggest challenges you faced early on? Maybe kickstarting your career or freshly out of college, and how did you navigate through them?
I think I'm still figuring it out would be the right way to put it across. It's because this career is really abstract. Nobody knows what's the right paths to go about it. Nobody knows how do you decide what do you decide on. And because how do you, when you have ABC options, and then you don't know that there are other options available as well, your decision is relatively small. So interaction with a lot of people in your industry or related to it is the only solution for you to navigate through those challenges. And internship being primarily something that I always recommend if you feel that you might be interested into, let's say, working in a hospital setup. So do an internship in a hospital setup. If you think you're interested to work with kids, do an internship with an NGO or probably a child daycare center or something around those lines to understand that if your interest actually aligns with your skill set and what you're looking for in your everyday life further on. So internships is something that I think I did a lot of them to realize that these are the things that I want. The other way to go about it probably is elimination. Like do four things and you realize these four things don't work out for me. And then you go ahead and find the fifth thing for yourself. So elimination is something, internships are the other way to navigate through the place. And then I think interaction with your seniors, with your peers, with your mentors, with psychiatrists, with um, hospital setups, all these places, and always have supervisor or a mentor, or even if you are not able to find those, just interact with somebody who has worked in a particular sector or organization that you wish to work for. LinkedIn being the best of it all. Reach out to somebody, reach out to 10 people, and probably one might reply, but always reach out to people. And I'm still figuring it out as to what do I want to do. I'm currently in a space where I'm still trying to grow. So there's a long way to go for me as well. And these are the ways that I'm still trying to understand as to what niche do I go on further.
That's
Yeah.
fabulous. Thank you for sharing that, Cherish. I'm sure that will be helpful for our community. We would also like to know that what does your typical day looks like in your role, and can you share what parts of the work energize you the most?
So currently, I'm not practicing like a full-time psychologist. I'm a part with a finance firm where I'm doing HR and corporate counseling.
Wow.
And then after which, I try to do sort of a freelancing, but pro bono cases mostly is because I'm not there full time. And the cases that I have received so far and I'm addressing those are not severe at all. They're usually coming from a space of life transition, emotional regulation, stress management, parental conflict. So all these cases are the ones that I have had as of now, nothing too severe. If I were to have any severe cases, I think I'm not qualified as of now to
Yeah.
address those. So I pass it along to my supervisors, mentor, or psychiatrist who can help me out to help the client further. A
Okay.
day usually now looks like Monday to Saturday, you work for 10 to 6, and then you have, so I have like a two, three clients here and there scattered across the week. So based on my availability and theirs, post 6 p.m., probably an hour session or something, and then relax and unwind, and then repeat. So
Wow.
Monday to Saturday is packed, and then Sunday probably chill. Yeah.
Wow, that's nice. That's so cool. Thank you for that, Cherish. Cherish, I'm going to come to my last question. What are the three advice you would like to give to somebody who is just about to enter the work world? Maybe a fresh graduate with all the sort of internship experience, but still, jittery about entering the workplace. So, what are the advice you would like to give to them?
I think if you're already entering a workplace, I assume it's coming from a place of after doing multiple internships. I also think every organization, you need to give it time. So if you, for example, start working at a place, give it at least 2 months for you to realize this works for you or this does not work for you. Before anything before 2, 3 months is just an impulse decision, is what I believe in. Because it takes at least 20 to 30 days for you to realize what is happening and what's your job profile like. And then you get into the research of the industry that you're working with. That's the other 2 months. So I think give it time, give it 2, 3 months, and um, that would be the first advice. Be patient, give it time, do the work that you are giving. And I think even if you were not to like the work, try to be 100% there. Try to utilize the resources that are there at your availability, the resources that you can tap onto, utilize those. Um, that'd be one of them. First was be patient. The second is tap into the resources that are there, which are available. That may include just speaking to your mentor at times and just
Yeah.
or the person that you're reporting to, your manager or your peers, be in touch with them. Make sure if you were to leave an organization, you at least are in connect with your seniors who will help you out eventually. And realizing it later now in life, after what I've been working barely for a year now, but I've started to realize that networking goes a long way. And there's
Yeah.
this some phrase that I've learned that your net worth is your network. So I
Yes.
think utilize that. So patience, tap into your resources, and network. Three things. Yeah.
That's fabulous, Cherish. I'm sure this will be helpful for our graduates who are about to, enter the work world. And I feel how so many internships you do, but that first job will always give you the kind of jitters, and
Yeah.
it's very standard. So I think from your journey, from journey like yours and many more alums, it's more of like a motivation and, for them also to understand that okay, we're not alone and there's somebody who's gone through it, and their gyan always works. I think that is something more relatable to them. So yeah, thank you so much, Cherish, for joining in today, taking out time and speaking to us. I think I'm sure this will be very valuable for our community.